Our courts are based on clear and convincing evidence. Want convictions? Want justice? For what happened in the 2020 election? Then we need your help. Not fixing 2020 will damn our nation forever. The decision you make in the next few moments could decide whether we ever get our elections fixed or not. Here's why. Trump campaign and allies filed 64 different lawsuits. They all went down in flames. 100% of these cases were presented on "It's the machines," or "The machines changed the votes," or "The voting company executive said he would make sure Donald J. Trump would not win." They all went down in flames. Why? You can't bring theories to court as evidence. No supposed Zoom call or six-degree polynomial math theory or census data is or ever will be proof of fraud. You can't bring theories to court as evidence. Here's why. In both civil and criminal law, the side making a claim carries the burden of proof, and prosecutors must prove guilt beyond a reasonable doubt. Without physical or otherwise verifiable evidence, a case cannot meet this high threshold. Physical evidence is the key. The question is, did anyone get relevant, reliable, provable, testable, and duplicatable evidence of what really happened in the 2020 general election? And the answer is yes, absolutely. The full forensic audit of Maricopa County, Arizona is the only evidence-gathering work which gathered relevant, reliable, provable, testable, and duplicatable evidence of what really happened in the 2020 general election. Evidence so damning that the system, the deep state, and those who pull the strings of this country have fought to keep it hidden and have hoped to have it be forgotten to time. Almost $3 million invested in time, funds, and efforts to unlock that which the system wanted hidden. But now, that evidence is in danger of being lost forever. So if you want what happened in the 2020 election fixed, then we need your help. Please donate to protect and secure this historic evidence. With the 2026 midterms coming up, the system is going to try to lame duck President Trump and then most likely introduce new impeachment proceedings. This is the evidence which will help win the war which is surely to come. We need to keep Maricopa County full forensic investigation and archive secure and ongoing. So if you want what happened in the 2020 election fixed, then we need your help. Please donate to protect and secure this historic evidence. We need your help securing the full forensic audit archives. Don't allow the only testable, objective, and reliable 2020 election evidence fall into obscurity. Millions were spent on getting it documented and tested. This is historic evidence. Not fixing 2020 will damn our nation forever. The historic Maricopa County full forensic audit effort processed 20,895,610 digital and forensic images of varying formats, resulted in 208 million individual evidence-proof files. The system processed over 58 billion forensic measurements, resulting in over 2 trillion individual base computations. No hopium, no hype, just hardcore forensic evidence. Please make sure the Maricopa County full forensic audit archives survive. Donate now. So if you want what happened in the 2020 election fixed, then please donate to protect and secure this historic evidence. We can't do it without you. We need you. America needs you. Our future needs you. Please donate now. Not fixing 2020 will damn our nation forever. Please donate now.
Okay, folks, are you ready? We're going to dive into real-time strike footage of what's going over in Iran. I hope you now understand how historically important this operation is, right? I hope you understand that even though it may be tough and President Trump might take quite a bit of flack, it's actually what has to happen. Speaking about what has to happen, if you're not paying attention to gold and silver, here's how I mean it, folks. All I'm asking you to do is to go to jovanlovesgold.com. I don't want you to assume. I don't want you to just wonder. You know gold and silver is important. So I'm just asking you to request your free gold and silver kit today, because it is time to protect your money with it. I strongly believe that the digital dollar, the digital transformation is coming. I think they're going to make everybody take a hit. Meaning, okay, for every dollar in, they're going to say, well, you only get 75 because we have to adjust it and administer this program. And sadly enough, the government can just do that. They've done it before. I did a program on it to the tune of billions and billions in adjustment. It can happen. I don't want you to get caught in that. I just want you to feed your own brain, make your own decision. Just go to jovanlovesgold.com. I do it with the fine folks at Goldco. But you just have to understand how all this works. Okay, who doesn't like seeing our tax dollars at work? I'm not talking about Antifa and protesting and BLM. I'm talking about really our tax dollars at work. That's what's coming up next. We're going to look at some killer stuff going on and hear a great message from our Department of War. Share this. We'll be right back. 3 minutes.
Rennie Good was a gifted soul, a writer and a poet and a mother. Wow, she tried to hit an agent with her car. Oh no, pop motherfucker, now she's gone. Yeah. Being a fucking liberal is a mental disease. Blue-haired and fuckables with the septum ring. You are not a hero, you're a fucking disease. You fuck around and find out it's what it is. Jeffrey Pretty was a Jewish homo. Started talking shit to protect a chomo. He was getting nicked when he pulled a gun. Bam, motherfucker, now you're gone. Yeah. Being a fucking liberal is a mental disease. Blue-haired and fuckables with the septum ring. You are not a hero, you're a fucking disease. Fuck around and find out what that is.
Warning. The following program has been rated Gilligaff and is intended for open-minded audiences. If the truth offends you, or if you are allergic to focused intensity, intellectual athleticism, or the occasional F-bomb or even irreverent humor, please switch off now. If your delicate sensibilities need to be worried about or addressed, might we recommend the Underwater Basket Weaving channel to you? Otherwise, sit back, enjoy the wisdom, insight, and wicked sense of humor.
Cut the crap. How many times a day do you want to say that to politicians, the elite, the loony liberals, the fake news media, and the gender-confused, emotional socialist snowflake crowd? Cut the crap is your secret weapon for fighting for our freedoms and our great republic. It all begins with a massive mental enema, freeing you from the toxic news and politically correct views, which constipate your consciousness with stinking thinking. Your host, Jovan Hutton Pulitzer. He's known for calling out politicians and telling them to cut the crap. You've seen him on virtually every television network and listened to him on Coast to Coast Radio. And now he's here to help you learn to fight for America. Culture, race, and American politics. They all have one thing in common. They all need to cut the crap. Now, here's your host, Jovan Hutton Pulitzer.
Okay, folks, here we go. We are going to take a look at an old-time song, right? Bye, bye, here's your American pie. Stuck it up your ass and blew your head through the sky. Anyway, we're going to give you some real-time footage. Who is that? I saw something over there. DMJ369 is with Shannon. Hey, Send me pictures. Anyway, we're going to be taking a look at our military in action. You get to watch these screw and protest. You get to watch these illegal aliens come in. You get to watch all that crap of our tax dollars at work. I decided to give you a break and show you our tax dollars at work, truly. So we're just going to take a look at wartime footage. That's it. That's it. Wartime footage. Because it's cool. Right? Come on, folks. You got to realize that this was an evil regime that spent billions keeping the Middle East upset, paying people to blow up Americans and Jews. And it's about time, damn time, that somebody came in and did what Jimmy Carter could not and would not. And our system wouldn't, because it became too profitable to support terrorism, even for our own politicians. Right? Stupid. And I also, of course, America first. This is America first. And if you don't understand how this is America first, then like Massey and others, you don't deserve to be a politician. You're just spewing crap. So all this is a look at FAFO from President Trump's point of view. Here's the announcement that was sent to the troops yesterday.
This is your moment. This is the generational turning point America has waited for since 1979, and since the rudderless wars of hubris my generation, our generation, endured. Don't listen to the noise. Just stay focused. Our commander-in-chief is steady at the wheel. We face a determined enemy, but you are better. But we must prove it every single day. History doesn't care if we're tired, if we're scared, or if the fight feels big. It demands warriors who rise anyway. Peace through strength, the warrior ethos, lethality, unity of purpose, those are not slogans. They're the beating heart of what it means to wear the uniform, that uniform. You think clearly under fire, you act decisively in chaos, you uphold the Constitution, and you uphold our country without hesitation. We are not defenders anymore. We are warriors, trained to kill the enemy and break their will. History is watching. Be the force you swore an oath to be: focused, disciplined, lethal, and unbreakable. We will finish this on America First conditions of President Trump's choosing. Nobody else's, as it should be. And know this above all, President Trump and I have your back, always. Through fire, through criticism, through fake news, through everything. We unleash you because you are the best, most powerful, most lethal fighting force the world has ever seen. May Almighty God watch over you, and his providential arms of protection extend over you. Godspeed, warriors, and keep going.
Hot damn! That's America. That's who we are. Even that subtle change from the Department of Defense, where everybody's offending us, to the Department of War is big. You know what that reminds me of? You know that kind of spirit? Here it is.
We've got all the right in the world on our side, and there ain't no reason to be afraid, and there ain't no reason to not take the challenge dead on, because I'm going to tell you who we come from, folks. We don't come from some weak, jellyback, spineless people. That's not who we come from. None of us. And it doesn't matter what color you are, what nation your folks hail from, how much money you got. We all share the same name. We are Americans. And at Bunker Hill, there was Americans. And at Fredericksburg and Gettysburg, there was Americans. And at Iwo Jima, raising that flag on Suribachi, it was Americans. And at Pork Chop Hill, there was Americans. Quezon, there was Americans. And on 9/11, there was Americans who ran towards those burning buildings. That is who you share your heritage with. You do not share your heritage with a weak and ineffective people who cower at the sight of trouble. You share your heritage with a strong and brave people who are determined to hold on to their freedom and for the freedom of future generations. Guys, it's time for us to stand up and be that generation. It's time for us to stand strong and proud and remember who we are. That we are Americans. And as long as we stand as the vanguard of freedom in this nation, freedom will survive here. Not only survive, it will thrive. So guys, it's time to put on our packs. It's time to fix those bayonets. It's time to get ready. We got a fight on our hands. And our fight is not for us, for all those generations that's going to come behind us. Let's save America, folks.
We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal, that they are endowed by their Creator with certain unalienable rights, that among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness.
You know, it is absolutely breathtaking, isn't it? And a part of this feel like America again? Damn. Okay, let's take a look at this. It's kind of a mishmash of different things, but I want to show you how some of this military stuff works. Here is, I think, our B-1s, right? Let's look. These are our B-1 bombers. By the way, these only took off a few hours ago. It's been announced, so I'm not saying anything that shouldn't be said, but here's our B-1 bombers headed out. Those are the big boys, the big bombs. Sends chills down my spine because it's about fucking time. Here are our C-Rams. They're called C-Rams. Here's our C-Rams defending an incoming Iranian attack. It can recognize the drones and everything else. You know, you think video games and stuff. This is the real deal. It's pretty amazing what can happen. There's a few things that I don't understand, by the way. There was a few jets, American jets, that crashed in Kuwait. Now, I don't know somehow if that was just their trajectory. I do know that one of the pilots was female. I've seen some footage of her on the ground. She parachuted to safety, and the Kuwaitis just praised her for taking out Iran. But here's some footage. It's a little odd, but it's kind of broken in half. You're seeing one side come down. I think it's a left side of the fuselage when it turned, and then it hit, the other piece hit immediately next to the car driving. Ouch! That's close. Close enough to shake the car and scare the shit out of you. Imagine driving down the road and you're focused down the road and you see that and you're seeing this come down. Oh, holy crap. And then poof, here it is. Here's some of the airstrikes, tactical strikes. Isn't it just amazing that we can do that? Take out their comms, take out their facilities. Those are their rapid launch small rockets, and just obliterate it. One of their turrets, look at that, boom. Pow, motherfucker, right? It's just like that song. Here's so this is kind of like overflight. It might be like what happened with the Kuwaiti jet, but somebody happened to be outside filming the Iranian drones coming in, and we hit one of them, disabled it, and they filmed the drone coming into their building, hitting just above them. Check this out. That's probably one apartment over, 3 stories up. Amazing, the speed, the sound. If many of you have watched our exploration and stuff, and know that I am a drone pilot myself and fly many different drones and use them for exploration and stuff all over the world. They move fast. That sound is unmistakable, and it's almost impossible to hit them unless you can gain speed with it and do it. So that was a pretty interesting hit, but to be there and see it coming in and get that hit, pretty amazing. Here's something CENTCOM released. These are the rocket launchers, mobile rocket launchers. Talk about obliteration. There's another one that was hit in a different way from a different source, but they filmed it. But it's amazing what can be done. I'm going to show you that again. These are Iran has a lot of different rocket launchers that they pull them out on trucks, and then they have to launch. Most of them for Tomahawks, right? And they have to get them up there, and that's what this was. They were staging there. They had that one ready to go. Boom, it's gone. That shows you the concussive power. Just to think that we have the ability to do that is pretty amazing, isn't it? Pretty amazing. This next one is, I'm going to show you a piece of, this is where Iran is actually able to hit one of our drones. That's one of our Predators. They did a good job. I fly a version of that particular Predator drone format, not armed with warfare, of course, but doing for high altitude recon when it comes to exploration, places we can't get. It's amazing what drones can do, right? It's truly, truly amazing what we can do. And this is Iran. It's a few things that they released. They released them right there on the ground to kind of show their military power. But here's some footage that Iran, the Republican Guard, released of them firing their missiles. Why you see Iran still firing, you have to think of their systems completely different than ours. You're used to our systems being very centralized in bases, and in the Middle East, they're dispersed and hidden all over the place. These particular ones also from Iran, they released, or Oman way, and that's how they're able to keep on firing. I suspect they're just trying to wear out the system and have Middle Eastern countries beg America to stop. I think it's backfired on them because they've been firing on the Middle East, although now they're going after Israel. I think it's backfiring on them in a big way. Part of what I guess really makes this so dangerous is you have to understand the disbursements of their military and weapons. Tomahawks and missiles are what they have the most of. They can keep it up for a while if they so desire. But in those regions, you know, it's every nook and cranny and hillside and everything else. I know, by the way, Pakistan and Afghanistan are going at it right now. That heated up. You know, Afghanistan wants to be nuked. Pak has nukes. They're going at it right now in the mountainsides, which has been going on between their countries for a long time. But they're taking advantage of America's eyes off the ball and on Iran, and they're each making a move to try to get some dominance there. But that's a different issue. But you have to understand, if you were to think Smoky Mountains, right? Or the Appalachian Trail going 2,200 miles, you have to think about the fact that in the type of combat there, they're going to have these staged everywhere. That's the main differences between why it's so hard to, or to see this, of how they're still firing, is because it's staged in so many places. And it's staged in so many places, it almost, in the way of Israel and other places, seems like it's coming from almost all the way around. And in a way it is, especially if Lebanon and Hamas get in. But that's it. But here is Israel. This is some of their footage of them hitting some of these launchers that are out there. That one was on the road rolling. Israel's really interesting here. They took it out and boom, then they make sure they get the cab too. They don't leave a survivor, which is very smart. He's a combatant. You let one combatant live in act of that, he's going to become a hero within those ranks. So they take out the truck and then they damn sure make sure they get the driver so they don't turn him into a local militant hero. Here it is. Bang. Right? Cab's still good. Bye-bye. Here's in the daytime, Iran firing some missiles back. technology in that way is fascinating. I find it interesting always on the Iranian side. You can always hear kids in the background. That tells you about how young they're desensitized, right? Of course, Israel just also rolled out the Iron Beam to get rid of some of these drones that are coming in. Here is a few U.S. strikes. You know, and some of these, just to explain what you're seeing, don't think that the rockets have cameras on them and we get telemetry back. That's really not how it is. We got, troops in the area that are not only recording this, but a lot of them, the reason you see those light flickers, because they have to be painted with laser. That's what guides the rocket to it. So there are people, right, within striking distance that have to be able to paint with laser what's on the ground to direct it. Now, here's Israel. I want to warn you, this is Israel. They're taking out equipment, and these particular ones, as I understand it, were on their way to the Israeli border, and some of the terrorists managed to survive the blast and regroup, but not for long. There they go, and they split. Great patience, allow them to get together. Poof. Yes, those are their pieces. There's one of the first ones when it came in, when they're bringing it in. They know they're going to hit. They know they're going to strike, right? And bye-bye. That's it. No matter where they go, what they do, they're going to be found. Here's some of on-deck footage. I think this one, let me check real quick. I had footage. Iran released, I am not playing, released, somehow they got a drone right over one of our warships. Have no idea how they managed to do it. Our guys didn't see it, but this drone actually was scoping the whole ship back and forth and showing all the equipment on the ship. But here is deck footage from us. That's one of the Predators taken out on the ground. That's one of the compounds where they were staging. There's the comms one I showed you earlier. That's what those planes are taken out on the ground. You're seeing them leaving from the ship, and you can see the great tactical job they do. Warfare is completely different now. Thank God for technology, right? It is pretty amazing how quick the course correction begins when you look at that. It's a course correction. It's not a stuttering. And you can imagine if one was to fail, it just drops right there on the ship. That'd be it. So from a technology standpoint, it's amazing. But they come in cruising so low, right? That's part of how they get in, that they immediately begin that ability to correct right off the bat. Here is, again, some of our military hitting transports again. This was a transport coming in with their missile launchers. Somebody had broke down at the head of it, so it kind of stalled the convoy, and our guys made hay. I kind of like how they're all like brave in a wreck, and it kind of goes limp real quick. Did you notice that? Here's a little longer piece of unclassified stuff. And this is them hitting some of the jets of Iran on their own tarmac, taking them out. Right? There's some of their drone storage. Do you see how low that has to come in to be successful, though? Just thinking about the trajectory that some of these things have to do. Look at the angle of attack on each of these. They're each different. This one's relatively top down, but still at an angle coming from a further distance. When it gets to their drones here, look how low it is to get into that shack. Boom, there it is. Right? And then the other one you're about to see is just straight from above. Boom, right on its head. I actually think that's awesome. Absolutely awesome. Here's some of our jets taking off. All gone, all launched. Some good friends of mine are the very jet jockeys that have done that and do it. It's pretty amazing the skills these guys have. Here's some of our Tomahawks. Anyway, to show you this so you can see some of the, well, honestly, it's your taxpayers at work and why we must stand strong. I happen to know there were no strongly worded letters sent before this happened. I do know that Congress and other people, rhinos included, are all pissed off they didn't get notified. They've never had that right. The War Powers Act has been pushed off for 50 years and fought over. Why? Because you can't even trust your own party. We would have not been this effective had it have been in time, right? Stated out in front, because they would have just told our enemies, hey, go take cover. Here's what's going to happen. This is the way it has to be done, right? This is the way it has to be done. I'm going to leave you with 3 little videos. Share this program. I love you all. This should excite you, because this is what America truly stands for.
This is your moment. This is the generational turning point America has waited for since 1979, and since the rudderless wars of hubris, my generation, our generation, endured. Don't listen to the noise. Just stay focused. Our commander-in-chief is steady at the wheel. We face a determined enemy, but you are better. But we must prove it every single day. History doesn't care if we're tired, if we're scared, or if the fight feels big. It demands warriors who rise anyway. Peace through strength, the warrior ethos, lethality, unity of purpose, those are not slogans. They're the beating heart of what it means to wear the uniform, that uniform. You think clearly under fire, you act decisively in chaos, you uphold the Constitution, and you uphold our country without hesitation. We are not defenders anymore. We are warriors, trained to kill the enemy and break their will. History is watching. Be the force you swore an oath to be: focused, disciplined, lethal, and unbreakable. We will finish this on America First conditions of President Trump's choosing. Nobody else's, as it should be. And know this above all, President Trump and I have your back, always. Through fire, through criticism, through fake news, through everything. We unleash you because you are the best, most powerful, most lethal fighting force the world has ever seen. May Almighty God watch over you, and his providential arms of protection extend over you. Godspeed, warriors, and keep going.
We've got all the right in the world on our side, and there ain't no reason to be afraid, and there ain't no reason to not take the challenge dead on, because I'm going to tell you who we come from, folks. We don't come from some weak, jellyback, spineless people. That's not who we come from. None of us. And it doesn't matter what color you are, what nation your folks hail from, how much money you got. We all share the same name. We are Americans. And at Bunker Hill, there was Americans. And at Fredericksburg and Gettysburg, there was Americans. And at Iwo Jima, raising that flag on Suribachi, it was Americans. And at Pork Chop Hill, there was Americans. Quezon, there was Americans. And on 9/11, there was Americans who ran towards those burning buildings. That is who you share your heritage with. You do not share your heritage with a weak and ineffective people who cower at the sight of trouble. You share your heritage with a strong and brave people who are determined to hold on to their freedom and for the freedom of future generations. Guys, it's time for us to stand up and be that generation. It's time for us to stand strong and proud and remember who we are. That we are Americans. And as long as we stand as the vanguard of freedom in this nation, freedom will survive you. Not only survive, it will thrive. So guys, it's time to put on our packs. It's time to fix those bayonets. It's time to get ready. We got a fight on our hands. And our fight is not for us, for all those generations that's going to come behind us. Let's save America, folks.
We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal, that they are endowed by their Creator with certain unalienable rights, that among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness.
Rennie Good was a gifted soul, a writer and a poet and a mother, wow. She tried to hit an agent with her car, oh no! Pop, motherfucker, now she's gone! Yeah, yeah, yeah! Ain't a fucking
not fixing 2020 will damn our nation forever. The historic Maricopa County full forensic audit effort processed 20,895,610 digital and forensic images of varying formats, resulted in 208 million individual evidence-proof files. The system processed over 58 billion forensic measurements, resulting in over 2 trillion individual base computations. No hopium, no hype, just hardcore forensic evidence. Please make sure the Maricopa County Full Forensic Audit Archives survive. Donate now. So if you want what happened in the 2020 election fixed, then please donate to protect and secure this historic evidence. We can't do it without you. We need you. America needs you. Our future needs you. Please donate now.